everybody, and welcome to Casa de Leon. I'm Ronnie, and today we're outside potting up our tomato seedlings. I am so excited about these little guys. They grew from seed. I grew them from seed. I mean, all I did was plant them, but they have grown under my care from seed. They are literally my pride and joy right now. Like, I did it. Something is growing from seed. So how do we know when it's time to pot up our seedlings? The way that you know that your seedlings are ready to be potted up is when they have two true leaves. When they first sprout, they have two leaves, but those first leaves are called cotyledons. They're not true leaves. So the next set of leaves is what indicates when these guys are ready to be potted up. The way that I'm gonna do this is using these plastic cups. The very first thing you wanna do is label. Label, label, label. All of these little guys, you think you might be able to tell them apart once they get into the cups. You cannot. They all look the same in these little cups. So make sure that the very first thing you do is label to get started. Another step you should take before potting up is drilling holes into the bottom of the cups. We wanna make sure that there's proper drainage for our seedlings. Once you're done with those two things, fill your cup about 1/3 of the way with the same seed starting mix that you use to get your seedlings started. We will start fertilizing them, but I'm gonna use the same exact mix that I put in this cell tray when we started. Carefully get your seedlings out of the tray. And the way that I do that is by lifting the tray out of the watering pan and squeezing very carefully on the cell that I wanna remove. Be really careful that they're not tangled with other plants and pull out the block of dirt where they were in your tray. If your soil is moist, these are gonna be really easy to separate. We just carefully, these just fell apart. If you have to detangle them, just pull ever so gently. Once you have your seedlings out of the tray and separated, go ahead and go almost to the bottom of the dirt. What I'm doing is creating this space in here so that I can put this little root ball all the way down to the bottom of the cup. So you can see there, I kind of have it laying sideways so that the roots are almost to the bottom of the cup. There is some dirt down there, and then we laid it in. Once I've placed the roots in the very bottom of the cup, I'm going to very carefully add dirt so that I cover the entire stem. Yep, you heard that right. You're gonna cover the entire stem with dirt. So these guys were this tall before. Now all you can see are the leaves. You can see here how all you can see are the leaves. The reason we want to cover the stem completely is because tomato stems actually can grow roots. So by covering the stem completely, your little seedling is going to grow more roots and become stronger. And when this grows higher in the cup, I'm going to add more dirt and cover that stem right back up. That way, by the time we are ready to plant out in the garden, we've got some really incredibly strong tomato starter plants to move outside. We're gonna do the same thing for the whole tray, but there is something you should consider before you pot up. These little seedlings divided up into plastic cups, the way I'm doing it, is gonna take a lot more room in my grow room. So if you need to wait a little bit longer until it's a little bit warmer for you to do this, go ahead and do that, because you don't want to have all these little baby seedlings and have nowhere to put them. I have only planned space in my garden for about 6 to 10 of each of these kinds of tomatoes. So I definitely have more than I'm gonna need, but because I have room for them, I'm gonna go ahead and pot everything up because I can either sell or gift the starter plants when they're ready. I have a bunch more seedlings to pot up, and I better get to it. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. Subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Hit the bell so that you'll get notifications when we put out new videos. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, Casa de Leon. Let's grow together. See you soon.